Woo, we're live. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're live. We have internet. We have the internet here. Yay! I'm so excited. But I'm also boiling hot right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm all sweaty. It's only almost 11 o'clock here, 11 a.m. But I've been up since 7, and I went because Sarah was sleeping because she had to go to work today. I went and got a load for from the storage unit. We have 2 loads left. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Caitlin. We're doing really good, as a matter of fact. Like today, I'm gonna try to get most of this organized before I do a tour for you guys, because I've kind of come up with a better solution from what we were gonna do, because it's just too hot. Like, you guys, it is so hot. It is just getting to be 11 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's already 103 degrees outside. So it's hot. But yeah, so I have made up my mind how we're gonna do this right now during these hotter months. We're not gonna do, sorry, my hair is freaking out. Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't done a lot of lives in a while too, because where we're at, we had no services. Like, our phones didn't work right. It's just been crazy. I found out a few weeks ago I have oh no! Oh my gosh, Caitlin, I'm so sorry. Miss Bella, hi. You wanna come say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here, pretty girl. You wanna say hi? Tell everybody to say hi. Say hi, everybody. It's a cute Bella. Hi. Hi, baby. Is she such a good girl? Yeah. Is that my Bella? Yeah. Say hi, everybody. Oh, you guys stay right here? Yeah. Hi. Her hair gets into everything. Getting a boyfriend and I rescued a baby. Oh, yay! You named her Callie? Oh. I've got her hair all in my face now. Hi, Mama. Hi, baby. She's like, I'm gonna stay right here with you, Mom. Huh. Oh, get that neck scratches. She's getting her neck scratched and she loves it. So, she has to start medication here pretty soon. The doctor wants to do a couple more blood draws to check a couple other things on her, but she started losing quite a bit of weight, and we were getting really concerned because she eats really good, but she's still losing more weight. And so we went ahead and had her, because she's got a tumor in her neck. She's had it since we've got her, since she was a baby, and it's now affecting her thyroid. So she's going to go on some thyroid medication, but he wants to do 2 more blood draws on her, to do a couple more checks just to be certain before he starts her on it. So she should start sometime this coming week. If all the other blood work comes back good, then she'll start thyroid medication. But other than that, she's doing great. Yosef, hi. But anyway, you guys, so for right now, we're gonna set this big space up like a dorm. I guess you'd say like a 2-person dormitory. Didn't know it could affect cats. Yeah, thyroids can definitely affect cats. So she's got a tumor that's been on her neck. Well, it's gotten larger, and I've been concerned about it. And the vet said, like, did a check on it and said that he isn't concerned about doing surgery right now. If it starts to impede to where it makes her like if she starts having trouble with like drinking or eating, then he'll consider going ahead and doing surgery. But as of right now, it's only coming outward, not growing inward. So I've got hair all over me. And so for him, he doesn't want to put her through an unnecessary surgery right now. If it becomes an issue, then he'll remove the tumor and the thyroid on that side, the thyroid gland on that side. But she's already going to be going on medication. We're pretty sure that that's the problem why she's been losing so much weight. Everything else so far has come back good. So no cancer. The last biopsy they did of it wasn't cancerous. It's just like a fatty, fibrous tumor. But because it's on her thyroid, it's affecting it. But we're going to set this up as a big open dorm, right? So we have behind you guys over here is going to be our kitchen setup. Right now, everything is an absolute disaster in here. Like, I'm not even kidding. I just brought everything in from the storage unit and everything's just kind of sat in stacks. So nothing is out of boxes. Nothing is in place. Like, it's literally, it's actually driving me crazy. But because I just moved everything up here, I drove Sarah to work, grabbed a second load from the storage unit and pulled everything up here. And our flight of stairs is 15 steps up. That doesn't seem like a lot, but 15 steps up, coming up and back down, up and back down. I probably did, just today alone, I've already walked those steps roughly 40 times plus, maybe, probably more than that. Going up and back down, up and back down, up and back down, bringing stuff in from the car and back, and then going back for another load. So I'm boiling hot. Trying to cool off. I've got the air conditioning fan blowing on me right now. It's gonna get hot in here today because our AC unit does great in here for like late evening and early morning, but right around 1:30 until about 6 o'clock. So about a 6-hour point in the day, it's hot in here because it is so hot outside. But you know, it is what it is. So today the goal is, while Sarah's at work, I'm going to organize, kind of put our beds where we want. Like, my bed's where we're gonna keep it. Well, this is my temporary bed. My queen bed is in storage still. We're gonna pick that up tomorrow. But my queen bed and our bookshelves, those are the last pieces that need to come over here. One of the bookshelves is gonna get used as a kitchen shelving, so we can put all of our groceries on it, and probably gonna put like pots and pans and stuff there. Not sure yet. We may not do that. We may just do it where groceries will be on there, and then use the other table for like our dishes. Because all of our cooking stuff, like our convection oven, our microwave, our coffee pot, pressure cooker, and burner plate are all on the one table. Excuse me. The second table, we want to use it to put the basins, the wash basins. Because we do have the bathroom, but the bathroom sink is like yay big. I'm gonna change that out so that we actually, I'm more than likely gonna put in one of those deep set sinks in there so that it can double out. So that way we can use it as a bathroom sink, but also as like an area to do dishes. But for now, I got two, what they call wash basins, dish basins. So you can buy those, they're specifically made for that. So I got two of them, one for soapy water for washing, one for clean water for rinsing. Kind of do it restaurant style. So wash, dip, and rinse, and be done. So I'll probably just do that on the second table, which will have like the wash basins on one side and then all of our dishes to the other side. Not exactly sure yet, so don't hold me to that. Because once I start putting it together, then it'll start to flow like where I think things should go. Any of our excess stuff, like we have a couple tubs of things that are like things from when the kids were babies and stuff like that. Those things like mean something. So I'm probably going to keep those in the totes and slide them underneath the kitchen setup, so that they're out of the way, not in walk space. Two of the boxes that are part of all like my computer stuff are going to go underneath the computer table. So we're going to have our two beds over here. So Sarah's headboard is on that wall, my headboard's this wall. Then we're going to have the two dressers in between us so that we can have like her TV facing her, mine facing me. Then we're going to have like our Xboxes set up because we both love to do Xbox together. And then the other side of the house, we have the computer set up. And then what we're going to do is kind of set ourselves up like a communal area, so to speak. So like a spot where we're going to have two recliners, the other TV, the DVD player, Blu-ray player, and the Roku, so that we can chill out and watch movies, Netflix, whatever, together, versus laying in our bedrooms watching separate. Or we can just like chill out with each other in either one's space. But for now, we're going to set it up as like a large open dorm / like studio, but with two living spaces, two separate bedroom spaces, to give us kind of that feel of separation. But we'll see. For now, because eventually we are going to put in walls. So eventually there is going to be two rooms to this side. So there'll be a wall dividing it down the center, and then there'll be two doors and then closed in walls. So when that happens, the two bedrooms will only be able to hold twin size beds, not not queens or fulls, because it'll literally, the bed would squeeze right between the two walls, and you don't really want that. You want a little bit of space to move between, like have an end table or whatever. But for starters, it'll end up having the 2 bedrooms, both will hold a twin bed. I mean, you could fit a full bed in there. So like if you have an adult in here that has a partner, you'll be fine. And then a twin bed, or even 2, like a bunk bed setup, could also fit in the one room. But we'll see. So I've got a lot of work to do today, because I still got to get this stuff. When I pick up Sarah, we're going to grab the last of the totes. Like, I have Taylor's 2 big totes that are in there. I would have grabbed them myself today, but I can't lift them by myself. There's like absolutely no way I can lift them by myself. And then on top of that, got a flat tire. So that was fun. I think I've got it fixed. We'll see. But I ended up with a flat tire taking Sarah to work. So, but I grabbed like the last couple of things that I could lift myself. And then the last of the stuff that's over there is the 2 huge totes that are Taylor's, like the big Tupperware, Rubbermaid, whatever you want to call them, massive ones. And they have all of Taylor's stuff in them. All of Taylor's stuff right now, when we get it here, isn't going in here. It's going inside the RV to store it until he gets, like, till he figures out what he's doing. Ow. But we also found out that we have a storage shed right here. And we're going to be getting that emptied out. And once that's emptied out, we can actually use it for our storage, because it's part of this side of the property. So we'll get it all cleaned out, and then we can actually store stuff in there. But yeah, so that's that. It was, I guess they thought it was already empty, and it wasn't. So that was a fun one, because he went in there because he was like, yeah, we thought I'd just have you go ahead and pull your stuff from storage and put it in here. And he opened the door and he's like, maybe not. This was supposed to be empty already. I was like, well, I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff in there, and a lot of it's grandpa stuff, so I don't want to mess with it. But yeah, have you ever been in a situation, you guys, where like you're excited to get something done, but then you look at it and you're just like, where do I start? That's kind of where I'm at mentally right now. I'm looking around, I'm like, where do I start? So I think where I'm going to start today is the kitchen. I want to kind of get this cleaned up and get the wash basin set up so we can get these dishes clean. Because I've been trying to wash things in the sink, and that's not easy to do. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock out the kitchen area first. I think if I can get that space done, that might make me feel a little better. But I'm so debating with myself on how I have this set up, but I don't think there's any reason to debate with myself. I'm using the 2 large tables, but because I'm so short, the bigger table where I have everything set up on is making it very, very difficult to reach everything. So I'm just trying to think of how it's going to look if I move those things over. And I don't know. But for now, that's going to probably be the first thing I take out. Yeah, 4 foot. I'm only 5'1", right in between there. And like when I want to use the coffee pot, I can't, because I can't reach it. So I have to like scoot everything around to move the coffee pot closer. Because of course there's just, the table it's a big table. It's a 6-seater. But we're using it for our kitchen counter. So eventually we are going to have actual like counters put in that are like proper level over here. So we're going to have like lower cabinets put in, which will be perfect. We don't need upper cabinets. One, we can't put upper cabinets in. Well, you could, but the roof is at a very steep angle. I'll show you guys if I do this. See that angle right there? That's the steepness of our roof. And then it goes flat up there. So that angle right there, that's how our walls are. Like these walls right here, the wooden part, are straight down, right? And then right there, right where the wood is, right here, this starts and goes at an angle straight up. So the walls are angled on both sides. So it's kind of like a really, I'll have to show you guys from the outside. I'll go outside and like show you guys what the house looks like. Oh, excuse me. But everything is an absolute mess. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of our absolute disaster. No judgies. There you go. That's all I'm showing. It's a disaster in here. It's an absolute disaster. I've got the suitcases, which we were living out of in the RV. I've got everything from storage. So literally everything that's up here is everything that was in storage, other than the bed and the 2 bookshelves, and then Taylor's 2 massive totes. Everything that's in here is what was in storage. So it's really not like, we did not keep a lot of stuff. Like, I got rid of pretty much everything when we moved into the RV. But honestly, it felt good to get rid of all of it, because you don't, like, you start realizing like what you need and what you don't need. And some of the stuff that we're bringing up here, I'm just looking at, I'm like, we don't even need that. Why did I even keep it? So there's a couple things still that we're going to go through and get rid of that are part of this stack. So I have a ton of posters. I was going to go ahead and get rid of them. Sarah's like, Mom, I'm not going to be living here for forever. And you can actually end up using those posters to put up once I'm not here. And she's absolutely right. Because once the wall is put in right here, we're going to have a flat wall that I can actually put the pictures and posters up on. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I do know that we've got to take the one ceiling fan down because it's not going to be able to be right there if we put the walls in. Because that will definitely be a issue if we have that there. One of the other problems that we do need to tackle is we've got to get another window. Like, we got, like, this unit that I have, the AC unit that I have, we want to move it over to this side of the house, because this side of the house is where the sun hits all day long. So we need to get the air conditioning over here so that it's blowing AC from this side. And then get a window unit to put in the actual window. I think that would be our best bet, because right now, by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's just too hot. So what I'm thinking of doing is going ahead and moving that over here. We have a big outlet over here, like it's a old unit that we don't use because it's just, I think the motor's out in it. So I think we'll just hook up the outlet to the air conditioner to that, so that it has the opening to blow the hot air out of the house, and put the AC over on this side. If I do that, that's one, it's gonna benefit us big time because it'll be cooling the hottest part of the house. And then this side I'm not too worried about because this side doesn't get the sunlight during the day. So that'll benefit us. So that's what I'm probably gonna end up doing. We'll see. We'll see how it works. But I still have to move the kitchen around first. You guys, it's too hot. I don't want to do anything else. I needed to cool off anyway because I was pouring sweat, like pouring sweat. I told Sarah that every time we use those stairs back and forth like we've been doing the past couple weeks, that we're gonna have legs of a dancer and buns of steel, because we're constantly going up and down those stairs. And yeah, and then on top of the fact that I'm going up and down the stairs, I'm also carrying stuff with me. So getting my workouts worth, let me tell you what. So my hair is a whole nother, look at this. Like, it's not matted or anything. It's just because I brushed it and it's curly. The cursed don't brush curly hair, by the way. Because this is what happens. It looks like a rat's nest. It's curly hair, and then I brush it and it just goes into this funky, weird thing. So if I wet it again, it'll kink back up, right? And then if I leave it alone, it'll stay that way, but it'll frizz out. So I'm probably gonna go back to, I haven't touched my hair in almost 5 months. I haven't touched it. Like, I haven't done any kind of treatments on it. I haven't done any heat on it. I haven't dyed it. Like, this is all my color. I've also cut a lot of it off. So, you know, I'm gonna probably start straightening it again. I know heat is super damaging, but honestly, like, all of this has been recently trimmed and cut. But like I said, when you have curly hair, it gets this weird texture to it when it's like when you brush it out. You should never brush curly hair. Usually what you want to do with curly hair is treat it like when you first get out of the shower and use a pick to kind of separate the tangles. But that's it. You don't want to be taking a brush to it. And I take a brush to it every single time I get out of the shower. So I'm the one damaging it. But I don't like it when it's curly because it doesn't have like a consistent curl. It's got like some parts are like perfect corkscrews. Some parts are just wavy. Other parts are pin straight, like pin straight. Like, let's see if I can even show you. Like, see how this right here is pretty much a pin straight piece of hair. And then you've got these funky waves, like these under here, like look at this. All this, these are all little, oh, there they go. See how they corkscrew? They go, and they curl in. Like I get these little corkscrews, and then I get these big loose waves. And then I have like this outer layer that's just pin straight. And then you get these weird wavy curly pieces. So nothing is consistent on my hair. And the pieces that are pin straight, you can't get a curl to stay in them. Like even if I took a curling iron to it to try to match the rest of the hair, it won't. Some of the wavier pieces, if I put gel in there and I scrunch it while it's wet, they'll hold. And then once it's dry, you scrunch it again to loosen up so it's not crunchy. But the pin straight pieces will pin straight anyway. So I'll have like these pin straight pieces through my curls, and it's annoying. And I've tried even curling it after putting the gel in and letting it dry and then taking a curling iron to it so that it would hold. It doesn't. It just doesn't hold a curl. And I need the energy today. I am already so exhausted. And we got our internet yesterday. Not yesterday. Day before yesterday. Because we got our internet on Friday. The guy installed it. And it worked okay. We were noticing there were some issues with it. But we tried to call the phone number, and they're moving their location. So you couldn't even call for tech support. So I was like, what the heck is going on with it? And then yesterday morning, boom, we couldn't connect to anything. And I was like, we just paid all that to get that set up. What the heck? It's not working. So I call, still no answer. It's a Saturday, so I'm guessing no answer. So then I call again, and I leave a message this time. And I'm like, yo, hello, we just had our services done yesterday. And it's not working at all. It says there's no internet. The box is showing that no internet's coming through. I've done the whole reset, try it, whatever. Nothing. So they send a tech guy out here today. It's Sunday. Gets here early this morning, 8 o'clock this morning. Comes and does a quick look of the line. And the guy that installed it stapled right through the actual cable line that runs the internet, through the coaxial. He just stapled right through it on several spots. So it arced and just fried that section of the line so nothing was getting through. So the guy he just went ahead and pulled it out of the wall, put a new piece in, re-stapled it to the wall, and we're good. But he was like, I don't know what he was thinking or how he didn't notice he did that, but yeah, he stapled through your line. So we had no internet all day yesterday, which you kind of have to have up here. You got to have Wi-Fi up here. Otherwise, your phones just don't work. You can do Wi-Fi calling and stuff from up here. But because we're surrounded by the mountains, you just can't. But here, I think I can stay connected to you guys. I'm almost certain it'll stay connected. But let's go take a look. I want to show you guys. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Like I said, don't look at the mess. Don't look at the mess. But you guys, wait for it. Oh, the kitchen area. All the kitchen stuff. But yeah, these are what I got. These big wash basins, right? So they're specifically made for washing, like for when you're camping or like in a dorm, stuff like that. That's the bathroom. But let me take you guys outside. I need to get a new handle on this thing. Wow, you guys are not going to be able to see. So, holy cow, I can't even see the screen. Hold on. Let's see if I can, oh, it's already up. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's our area. But let me turn this around for you guys. So this is our, are we good? Okay. But if you guys see right there, make sure I'm looking at it right. What part are you? I can't see what I'm looking at through this, so that's the lake over there, if you guys can see it on here. I can't tell because my hands are shaking like crazy. But if you move this way, I don't know if we'll be able to hold on to the signal. Whatnot. So it's all just mountains around us. And then of course this is the house. So let me, hold on, let me show you guys. Let me walk all the way this direction. I'm on the patio, so there's the house. That's our like swamp cooler unit that doesn't, the motor doesn't. See how steep the walls are right here? So that's our wall unit. I think that's how our wall is. But oh my gosh, it is so bright here. I cannot see the screen, so I can't tell what you guys are seeing or whatnot. I'm getting a new handle for this because right now this has this little skinny handle, and you can't get a grip on this when you're trying to like get in and out of here. And then in the afternoon, that thing gets boiling hot because it's all metal. But anyway, so bathroom is in there. That's the ventilation piece. Like I said, kitchen area, don't mind. It is dirty. Oh, it's not dirty. It's just everything's piled on there. Nothing's in its place yet. And then for now, for now, I'm sitting on a twin bed that is sitting on the floor because I'm gonna actually be bringing over the queen bed. Especially the lake. Yeah, we can see the whole lake, the dam, and then if we walk that way, you can see the whole like river winding through town. It's gorgeous. It's really hard to see right now because it's so bright outside, and then of course the deck is painted white with waterproof paint, so that way when it rains it doesn't rain into the patio, which is underneath us. So the outside enclosed patio is underneath us, which is where our refrigerator and washer and dryer are. So we do have a refrigerator and a washer and dryer. Refrigerator staying down there, it omits heat out of the back, as all refrigerators do. We don't need anything up here that's gonna... Don't disconnect on me. What are you doing, thing? Are we connected again? Yeah, see, like I said, our internet's really shoddy. I was doing that the other day too. That got warm real fast. But right now, so by Sarah's bed, she's got the good AC unit. And right here, I'm using the small blower fan. Honestly, if we had a couple more fans in here, we wouldn't have a problem. It would actually stay really cool because it would blow that cold air around. We do have the ceiling fans, which for some reason are just not a help. I thought they would be, but they just don't seem to be doing any good. But I think if we had a couple more like fans like the one I have right here, it would be a lot better in here. But it is what it is. Everything that's in here though that's plugged in is on a surge protector, because we've noticed that the outlets here are really weak. So if you plug something in, it blows the whole wall out, so you have no outlets. So we don't want to keep doing that. We did that twice. Learned real quick, one item we cannot use up here, can't use it, just forget about it, get rid of it, is the griddle. I've never had a griddle pull so much power in my whole life. You try to plug it in and it literally kicks the surge protector off. Like it just kicks it, like it blows the protector. So you unplug it, kick it back, everything back on, and it's fine. You plug that in, boom, it's done. Don't know. All my other appliances though are like only 700 watt. So everything's low wattage. That thing is not, and it's big though. It's like a really big griddle. Just doesn't work up here. So it worked great in the RV. I had no problem using it in the RV. In the RV, everything is pretty much low wattage. But it worked fine down there, but it does not work up here. So we may be putting in new, like, higher ampage fuses or whatnot down in the breaker box. So larger breakers, I guess would be the right word. I don't know what's the right terminology for it. So that it can carry a bit of a higher load. I think everything down there is like 100 watt loads or something like that. I don't know. It's really low, like super, super low, when it shouldn't be that low. They should be much higher when they're running an entire wall. What you doing, Moki? What you doing, Moki? Eating. Watch, she's gonna vomit again. Hi. Meow. Hi. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. It doesn't do us any good though. We tried it both directions. It says on a 2-story, if you're on a 2-story home, then you want the fan blades pulling air up in the summer because cold air sinks. So if you're in a 2-story, you want it to pull the cold air up. In hot weather or in cold weather, you directionally, put the directionality down so that it pushes the hot air down to the floor level. But we're in a single story, so we're in a single floor, and it says that it's just preference of whether you go up or down. We tried them pulling the air upward. Nothing. It actually made it hotter in here. So we now got them blowing the air down. So we actually feel the fan now versus us not feeling anything. So yeah. And I think because the floor isn't insulated, which ours gonna insulate from underneath is gonna insulate the floors. So our cold air stops escaping down to the second, down below us. But yeah, pulling it upward did not help us out, at all. Yeah, we've done that already. The other problem too is the other fan over here. I have to get the whole thing taken apart. It's one of the screws on one of the sides of the fan is not secured, so the fan is slightly tilted. So if you turn it on to this one on high, the whole thing just bang, bang, bang and rocks everywhere, so you can't do that. So it's on low setting just so we can keep the air circulating over there. But I got to take the whole thing apart, which means I got to cut all the power up here to do it. Because you don't want to be working on any kind of electrical component with the electricity running to it. That is a heads up, information for you, the more you know kind of thing. Do not work on anything with electricity volting through it while you're working on it. Don't do that. So to do that, we're going to need to do it when it's cooled off, which means middle of the night. So we're going to have to make sure we have a good trusty flashlight so we can cut the power and work on it. I know which part of it needs to come, needs a new screw, but it's just a matter of timing to work on it. Because otherwise, if we try to shut that off in the middle of the day, by the time I finish it, it's going to be an absolute sauna up here. So definitely don't want to be doing that. I finished it. Took me almost 2.5 hours. Ugh, those are not good when they're hot. Ugh. But anyway, you guys, this is our new place. The funny part is, I had somebody ask us the other day about, is that going to be a permanent setup? I don't know yet. I might stay here. This might end up becoming my permanent residence. And of course, like I said, it's going to get remodeled inside. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on in here. So once I cannot wait until I get the countertop, the cupboards and countertops put in for the kitchen area. Now, right where I'm sitting is an option because right here, this wall goes into the bathroom. Right there is all the piping for the shower. If I put a kitchen sink in right here, you just tap straight into the piping that's already right here. It's already there. You just tap into it and pipe it so that you can have running water to this side, which is a great option, which would mean I would put the kitchen right here. Instead of this being a walled off bedroom, I could put a kitchen here and then wall it halfway right here, have a bedroom on this side and a bedroom on the other side, and then the window right down the center. If I did that, the cool part would be is I could put a small window unit in one room, a small window unit in the other room, so those 2 bedrooms have air conditioning. Could. Or I could just do one large room in the back, to make it just like a master bedroom, so to speak. There won't be any kind of bathroom in it, but I could do a bedroom and a closet back there, which is a really great idea, and Sarah said the same thing. So for now, we're just gonna set it up as a dorm, like a dorm room. So 2 sleeping areas, a computer desk area, and then like our communal area and our kitchenette, for the temporary. Once cooler weather hits, and then once Sarah figures out, like, cause she wants to have her own place, but she also knows she has to have a roommate. One, because she just shouldn't be living alone anyway. Being epileptic, it's dangerous for her. There's nobody there if she has any kind of seizure or episode that prevents her from breathing. That would be deadly on her part. So she would have to have somebody, whether it be a roommate, a significant other, whatever the case may be. She would need somebody living with her. So, and she doesn't want to live with mommy for the rest of her life. Like, let's be real. As much as I would love to keep my baby here, I also know that she needs to spread her wings and grow and be out there. I am so proud of her, you guys. This girl did not give up on the job she wanted. She kept putting in for it, kept getting turned down over and over again. She finally just like went back in, and she's like, I'm gonna swallow my pride on this one, because they're probably gonna tell me no again, but I'm gonna go do it. So we went to the store again. She put in again for the application. The lady sat there with her, talked with her for a bit, and then she said, okay, come in the morning for your interview, and then we'll run your background check. She went in, the lady ran her background check, and she told Sarah, she's like, welcome to the team, Sarah. And Sarah was like so excited. So she spent 4 days training at the one closest to us, and then they transferred her to the other store. And the guy down there called her and was like, look, so, you know, one of the other employees isn't showing up. Do you want to come in and cover the shift? It gets you extra hours. Sarah's like, sure, I'll be there. He goes, no rush. And she's like, I'll be there half an hour. So she got dressed and took her down there. And then he called her again and said, hey, I need you again. Is that okay? And she's like, I'll be there. And then he found out the other person isn't going to be making any of their shifts. And so Sarah got the extra hours. So now she's covering that person's shift and her own shift. So she's getting the extra hours, which is huge. And he told her yesterday, if she keeps on that track and she is that reliable for him, then he may go ahead and promote her. Because so far, these past like 3 weeks, the other stores called her and been like, hey, are you going to the, so-and-so store? And she's like, nope, I'm off today. And they're like, you want to come in and catch some hours over at this one? And she called her store and she's like, they want to know if I can come work over there. Do you need me today? And he's like, nope, go ahead. So she's taken hours at the other store as well. So she is like a boss. Let me tell you what, this girl is driven. She's motivated. She busts her butt out there. And I am beyond proud of her. My classes start the 27th. So, oh boy, I'm like, I have to get this done in here so that I can concentrate on that, because if I don't, I'm gonna be so distracted, and I don't want to be distracted when I'm doing school, because I need to be flat out focused. And hopefully it's not too hot in here, because I have to be able to focus on my schoolwork. Otherwise, it's just gonna be miserable. Hi, Miss Moki. She's like, shut up and leave me alone. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do here in just a minute is I'm going to clear this whole countertop stuff off. I'm just going to bag it all up, clear it off, and then organize everything. I've got the kennel right here for the cats. Like when we're moving stuff in and out, we put the cats in the kennel, because I know they want to be outside because they're indoor outdoor cats, but we're in the middle of as you could see, we're up here in the mountain. There is coyotes everywhere. And they just snatch cats out here, and so do the owls. Yes, we have owls out here, big ones. And they'll take cats like it's nothing. If they see a cat wandering at night, it's a goner. Big full-grown cat, well, my cats aren't big, but full-grown cat, like Bella and Mocha's size, boom, it'd be gone in a heartbeat. But yeah, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna set this kennel up at. I'm thinking maybe under my desk, but that's sure gonna rob me of my like leg space, but I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to play with it to figure it out, because right now it's kind of in the way, but I need it for the cats when we're going in and out to get stuff. So I might just put the small one together, but the two of them just hate being in close quarters to each other. But they may have to just suck it up while we're bringing stuff in, while, you know, stay together in the kennel while we bring stuff in. I think that might be what I do, is just set the small one up under there. I mean, you guys have been awesome. Like, seriously, you guys have been so patient and so awesome. And the fact that people still turn out to come hang out with us when we do the live stream is fantastic. But yeah, I am already exhausted, and I was gonna say I haven't done anything today, but yes, I have. I've done 2 trips to the shed, the storage unit, to bring up here. And I have overwhelmed myself with so much stuff. So now that we've got all of the bits and pieces in here, the last couple pieces of furniture already have their space. Once those are here, it's gonna make things a little bit easier to figure out where things are going. Purple Master, hi, how are ya? But yeah, so quite a bit of stuff still to finish organizing. Like I said, once the shelving unit's here, it's going to be so much easier to figure it out. But yeah, because I think one of the shelving units is going to kind of go smack between like Sarah and I, facing outward, so that we can set like my military stuff on, pictures of the kids on. I can hang their one photos on either side of it. I need to go and get those, what do they call them? Command strips or whatnot that you put on the back of pictures so that you can stick them to the wall. Because everything here is at an angle, so you can't hang it with like a regular screw or a nail. It'll just like, it'll, you know, teeter outward, and that would break it. There's not a lot of flat wall space here. So not really much places, like there's not very many places I can hang photographs. Just been looking around trying to figure it out. So, I mean, like we could do photographs up above the window back there, and maybe a photograph on the flat wall right there. Maybe one on that wall. This is going to be covered by a bookshelf for, well, kitchen counter, kitchen cabinetry shelf. And then this part right here is going to have my headboard, so I'm going to put something right here. I don't know yet what, but something's going to go there to make it feel like my own bedroom space. Don't know yet. Sarah's wall over there, I'm going to have to ask her what she would like, but I got to paint that wall. That wall is, it's been treated with like where they had big old holes and stuff in it, and it needs to be repainted. So it's got like stucco stuff on it. But yeah, so you guys are fantastic. So I'm gonna get off here. It's, oh, Amani, how are you, Amani? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in here in forever. But I'm gonna get off here because I really do need to crack on this stuff before I have to pick Sarah up from work, which is in another like 4 hours. So yeah, she actually is only covering her own shift today. Because she's literally worked, this will be 6 days in a row, because she's covered other people. So she has today, and then she has her shift tomorrow, and I think she's covering the other shift as well. And then she does have Tuesday off. He said he's absolutely giving her Tuesday off. She doesn't have to work Tuesday. And then she comes back again and works Wednesday. But he's told her, you know, the fact that by tomorrow she'll have worked almost 7 days straight. So, yeah, she's going to need a day off. I'm doing really good. Just, I think I'm overwhelmed with how much I need to get done in here. But I know that once I get started, like I need to, like I've already picked my spot. I'm gonna do the kitchen. Get the kitchen set up, so to speak, or cleaned up or organized or whatever, because I don't have the shelf here yet, and I need Sarah with me to get the shelf because I can't carry them by myself. Once I get the shelves in here and I get that set up, it's gonna be so much easier to kind of figure this whole thing out. But yeah, so you guys, this crap is just crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. We've got so much like still to finish. We did have our beds like facing this way, but it just felt like it closed the space in. So we put our beds back this direction and it just kind of opens the entire space up. So I got to get the dressers in the center, get the 2 TVs back to back so they're each facing our own rooms, put our Xboxes in place, because now that everything's working, we can actually sit back and watch, like watch streams. I have not been actively in a stream that I actually moderate in forever. T38, hi Teresa. How are you? It's been crazy. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's actually going pretty good. We got a lot to do today. What, Miss Smoke? It's not even hot in here. You're already panting because you're all worked up. If you quit running around in here, you wouldn't be panting. She's like running back and forth because she's got the zoomies, but now she's panting because she's hot. Yeah, you goofy girl. Shouldn't be running. Hold on. Direction I will do that downward. That'll at least get the air pushing down this way so she can come cool off. Moke, Moke. Come on. Kiki. Come over here. It's nice and cool right here. You guys, look at these. It's so cute because I have all the pictures. I have all my pictures back with their pretty frames. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to put these all up. Look at that boy. Look at that handsome man. That handsome young man. And then my Tanner. Aww, he's so grown. I'm so proud of this young man right here. That's my cousin, by the way, the one right here. That's my cousin Tanner. He is amazing. He's the one that has Denali's sister. So they're the ones that adopted Sadie. Yeah, we are. I'm actually up on my grandpa's property. He's not my grandpa by blood. My best friend in the entire world, who I have been best friends with since 7th grade? Yeah, since 7th grade. I'll have to tell you guys the story of how her and I actually met each other. But her dad, who is like a pops to me, I've always just called him Pops, but his parents own this property, right? So her grandparents own this property. And her grandma passed away, so I call them my grandparents too. They're like grandma and grandpa to me, and they took care of my kids and loved my kids like they were their own great grandkids. Have always taken care of me, have always just had my back. They knew kind of how things were for me at home, under my mom's roof. So they were always just the most amazing people. When I moved out on my own, I was able to turn to them, and anytime I needed assistance or anytime that I just needed to talk to someone, they were always there. Grandma passed away, and Grandpa can't live on his own due to aging and having some medical issues. So he's now living with my best friend out in Texas. So the property is here, and his son, which is my best friend's dad, so my pops, is now taking over the property. Now, right now, the house is empty. He's not living in the house because he has 2 properties down in town. But they have the guest house. Well, he first called me when he found out that I was living down on the river at the park in the RV. And when he found out about it, because I hadn't told him, but when he found out about it, he was like, how much are you paying down there? And I told him, he said, bring the RV up here and park it at Grandma and Grandpa's and hook up. So we did. And then I talked to him about the guest house, which is above the 3-car garage, right next to where we had the RV parked. And he's like, I don't know. It's an absolute disaster. The last kids that were in it really tore it up. So I said, well, can I go check it out? He goes, yeah, go up there and check it out. See if it's even feasible to think about. And so I came up here and whoa, it was tore up. And the bathroom was in, like, good Lord. So it took me 3 days just to clean out that toilet. It's not a usable toilet, so we've been using the RV one right now because that one has to be completely replumbed. So as far as I remember him saying, it's going to be sometime here in the next couple days, but the plumber's coming out to redo the entire plumbing on the toilet. The sink and the shower work's amazing. Like, you guys, I haven't had a shower with that kind of water pressure in years. And Sarah and I will take like 3 showers a day just to stand in there and let it beat the crap out of our back because it feels amazing. But aside from that, we came up here. He came up after I'd taken a look at it. And I told him, I said, well, I think it's doable if I come up and get it all cleaned out. He goes, let me come up and check it out first. Because, of course, it's somebody else's property in here. He wanted to take a look. I told him, I said, go ahead, but I'm telling you right now, pretty much all of it is literally just trash. It's like empty CD cases, movie cases, just broken pieces of parts and whatnot. It was bad, you guys. So we came up. Sarah and I pretty much boxed everything up that was just all over the place in here. Put a bunch of stuff into trash bags. I told him I'm not throwing anything away. I'll let him go through it and decide whether or not it's trash or not. It is trash, but I'm not disposing of anybody's property that's not my own. So we boxed everything. Every little nook and cranny that was in here, we boxed it all. And we put it down on the patio, on the one side of the patio underneath. So it's like just stacked up down there. Two beds, bed frames, like boxes on boxes of just junk. And it was all just scattered in here. They had stuff that got broken and that was like spilled into the carpet here. So that took me a while to get some of that stuff broken apart to clean up because it had coagulated on the floor. So it was like hard as a rock. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but Pine Sol cleaner, when it coagulates, it turns into like solid amber. I don't know if you know what amber is, but it's like solid, like sap that runs off of a tree and it rock hardens. Like, it is hard as a rock. Like, good luck getting it broken apart. I had to take a chisel and hammer to get it out of the carpet. And I'm just gonna also put this out there that when Pine Sol cleaner hardens and coagulates, it stinks real bad. Like, the smell is like you want to put like Vicks on your face to get past that scent. It took us all week to get it out of the carpet, to get the smell out of here. We had to leave the windows and stuff and the doors open to just let this whole place air out. After it was all aired out and cleaned out, he came up and took a look and he was just like blown away. I had to actually I went and bought at the dollar store, just the dollar store, like $1 hand towels. And that's how I got the toilet cleaned. I had big old gloves on and cleaned that toilet because there was the smell, you guys. But I got it cleaned out. And then we came up here and I said, well, we have our AC unit. I know it's not going to be the best for this situation, but we do have the big other fan. So with those two things in combo, we should be able to keep it cool enough in here, survivable. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely gets hot in here during the day, but it's survivable. I love that Bella is sound asleep on top of the ice chest. It was definitely a big job. We're still not done in here yet. Like, honestly, this is everything we own, by the way. So that's it. Like, that's what we own. So it's not like it looks like a lot right now because everything's just scattered everywhere. But like I said, the last two things we're going to go pick up is the bookshelves, my queen bed. So the bookshelves in my bed, and then Taylor's 2 massive totes that have all of Taylor's stuff in it before he left for the military. Those 2 things aren't coming up here. Those 2 big things. No, there's not a kitchen, but we did make our own, like, this is going to be the kitchen area. That's the first step today, is getting that done. All my stuff is right here, stacked on my bed. So we're gonna actually set this up, like I was saying earlier, kind of like a dormitory. So it's got like Sarah's room is on that side, my room is on this side. We're gonna put the dresser right in here, her dresser facing her, my dresser facing me. And then the two TVs right now are gonna go like back to back on my dresser so that her TV's facing her, my TV's facing me. Then we're gonna have the two Xboxes because when I do join in on the streams and stuff, I need to make sure that I'm able to do that with my Xbox. And then we wanna have our other TV that we do have, which is sitting underneath the table over here. It's gonna get set up kind of in its own little spot with two recliners. So that way we'll have like a little spot where we can sit back and watch movies together because Sarah and I love our Friday night movie nights. Every Friday we sit together and we pick out movies and we watch them and just, you know, she eats popcorn. I don't eat popcorn. So she'll eat popcorn and I'll eat like pig skins or chicharrones. And then we'll have ourselves Gatorades because we like our Gatorade, and we'll watch movies. We'll spend the whole evening watching movies until we fall asleep. So we still do that. We've done that since I can't even count how far back. We've done movie nights for forever. And so Friday night movie night has always been a big thing for us. And so we still do it. And we'd like to be able to do that without having to worry about sitting like in each other's space. So we want to just have like a designated spot for Friday night movie night. So we got to figure out the setup right here because I think I might bring my computer desk closer to my bedroom. So that way I can utilize that in my space, and then we can have like the movie night space kind of in its own little area. But I don't know yet. We're gonna have to play around a little bit. We already know where the bedroom spaces are gonna be. That's already a done deal. Now we just got to figure out the layout of the other two spaces because the kitchen space has to stay where it's at. But, you know, it is what it is. And plus the internet's back there, like the box, and I kind of have to be plugged straight into it for my computer. I can Wi-Fi it, but it's just stronger when you're sitting directly connected. All right, I've been on here way too long. I was supposed to only do 45 minutes. I got to get this stuff done, so I'm going to get off here. Put those there. I'm going to get off here and get this kitchen area banged out because, like I said, we've got our convection oven, cooktop, microwave, coffee pot, and Instapot, and like that's everything you need. Plus, we have all of our pots and pans and stuff. But I need to clear all this stuff off, so I'm going to bag everything into grocery bags, set it under the table for now so it's out of the way, so I can get everything organized on top. This is going to be. It's going to be a chore. Wish me luck, you guys. I got to get started. I got to do this before I have to go pick her up. So you guys are amazing and fantastic, and we will see you in the next video.